Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Xavier Smith, and today I'm going to talk about organisms and their relationships. So this video is about ecology. So ecology is the study of the relationships between organisms and their environment. So studying organisms in nature can be difficult because there are too many variables. So computer models are used to understand the effect of each variable. That's just how ecologists study. Because in nature, way too many variables. But computer model, you can slowly introduce new variables and see what each variable does. So where ecology and ecologists study is the biosphere, which is the portion of Earth that supports life. Bio means life, and sphere, think of a ball. So it is the ball of life is the biosphere, which is the Earth, because most of Earth supports life. Now, the factors of an organism's environment. There are biotic factors, which they are living factors, which would be like fish, algae, frogs, microscopic organisms, trees, deer, birds, etc. It's just anything that's living in their environment is a biotic factor. So if there's a predator, that's a biotic factor. If there's prey that they feed on, if they eat a plant, then those are all biotic factors. Abiotic factors are non-living. So the examples would be like temperature, sunlight, soil type, rainfall, available nutrients, etc. These abiotic factors can affect how an organism survives. And then also the biotic can too. If there's a predator that's just eating them up, and they can't survive, well, their population will go down. And that's exactly what we're talking about now. Limiting factors. Limiting factors are any abiotic or biotic factors that restricts the numbers, reproduction, or distribution of organisms. So they condense how many organisms there are, like their numbers, how fast they can reproduce, or just how widely spread they are. Restricts is the main word. It limits how much of an organism or what it can do. Now, a range of tolerance will be a little graph like this. And what is a range of tolerance? Well, an organism has an upper and lower limit that define the condition in which one organism can survive. So here we're looking at the tolerance of steelhead trout. Here is 9 degrees Celsius, 13 degrees Celsius, 21 degrees Celsius, and 25 degrees Celsius. You see that the middle of this bell curve is between 13 degrees Celsius and 21 degrees Celsius. This is called the optimum range. They grow best, reproduce best, they live their best when they are in this optimum range of 13 degrees Celsius to 21 degrees Celsius. Now, when they journey from 9 degrees Celsius to 13 degrees Celsius, there's less fish, but they're still living there. So, well, that is in the tolerance range. They tolerate it, but they're under physiological stress. Same when it goes from 21 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. They are under physiological stress, but they can survive. Now, when you go above 25 degrees Celsius or below 9 degrees Celsius, then it's intolerance. They cannot tolerate this temperature. So, steelhead trout do not live in those temperatures. Now, tolerance is just the ability of an organism to survive when exposed to an abiotic or biotic factor. Now, we talk about the levels of organization. So first, you go from your organism, your single organism, then a population, which is all of that species in an area. Then biological community is all of those populations interacting with another. Then the ecosystem is the interactions of the biological community and the abiotic factors in the area. Then a biome is similar ecosystems. They have like the same climate and similar communities. And then the biosphere, remember the ball of life. That is just every place on Earth that supports life. Now we can talk about interactions and relationships. So these two are single to a species. So a habitat is where an organism lives. Like if a bird, it lives in a tree, well, its habitat's the tree. Well, if this crocodile lives in a swamp, its habitat's the swamp. A niche is the role or position of an organism in an environment, and it's usually determined by how an organism meets its needs for food, shelter, or reproduction. Competition occurs when more than one organism uses a resource at the same time. So if excuse me, more than one species needs water at the same time, then they're going to be fighting over water. Some species may die, survival of the fittest. Then, one organism pursuing and consuming another organism for food is called predation. Now, symbiotic relationships are final whiteboard. There is symbiosis, which is the close relationships that exist when two or more species live together. Now, there's mutualism, which is both organisms benefit from each other. So it's a benefit-benefit. Benefits, this organism benefits, and this organism benefits. Then there's commensalism. One organism is helped, and the other is neither helped nor harmed. So this organism benefits, but this one, it's not benefited or harmed. Now there's parasitism, which is one organism benefits and the other is harmed. So this organism benefits, this one is, it harms this organism. Thank you for watching.